Hello there, folks. Welcome back to UKSG Blue 2024. My name is TinyTim78. We're coming to you live from the Leonardo Hotel in Glasgow, Scotland. And we have our next one coming up for you in just 1 second. Before that, if you don't mind, we have a quick donation come in. $25 from Dinosaur Bites, who says, "Good luck, Josh. Don't let Snail Trail Hail fail." Not again, anyway. Of course, going for the Easter egg races incentive. I want to see Captain Redbeard rinse you again. So thank you so much for that, Dinosaur Bites. That goes towards that incentive. 488 out of 750. Keep those donations coming in. Over to you. Here we go. Super Bob time.
Welcome one, welcome all to the semi-finals of the Super Bub Contest.
Here's some noise. Here we go. Yes, we have seen a lot of exciting play over the last couple of days. Of course, my name is Prosec. I'll be taking a lot of commentary, and we are joined, of course, by CDRomatron.
Yep, I'm Mike. I've been organizing this tournament. It's been great fun to be running this over the past 2 days. We've seen a lot of competition, a lot of really exciting upsets.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've got some amazing players for the last few matches. So we are going to welcome up to the stage Nico. And against Sonic and Nim.
All right, so if people are not familiar with this game, what should they be expecting as we get into this match?
So Super Bub Contest is a 2-player puzzle game, fairly reminiscent of Puyo Puyo. Was introduced on the PlayStation 2 demo discs. We're just going to have our 2 players start entering into the 2-player mode. We are just going to be using the built-in best of 3 modes. Are we going to see Bobo v Bobo? No, swapping to Jasper.
Jasper v Bobo. We are ready.
All very
Round 1.
exciting.
Go! Here we are, starting off pretty similar to start with greens and yellows on the board already. We've got our first break there from Sonic's side. That is interesting to see.
We do have our first donation for swapping over.
First swap.
So we're going to get some dirt. We're going to, well, basically, you get to choose who we bias towards. $50 from Trigger without a comment. Thank you so much.
Woo, so let's put the bias on Nico for a little bit.
Yes,
Nico
Nico
has been a huge player on this.
Absolutely.
Came up to me day one when I was going around getting registrations. I'd never even seen or heard of this game before.
Yep.
Went on to win their first match.
Versus Hades, yes.
Yep.
That was a pretty dominant display by all measures, and then went on further than that, even to take
was
out.
placed the lowest seed at the start.
Yes.
And then, as a result, was matched up against the one and only Paulister, who was
the top
ranked
seed for everyone who was playing today or through this weekend, and managed to take that match as well.
And has so far been riding this wave of victory throughout. So we're really excited to see what they're able to pull off this semi-finals.
Yes, we're seeing a lot of build-up here on Nico's side, but we can see a majestic collapse. I'm loving seeing that blue streak go throughout the board there. There's going to be a lot of points built up. That's going to cause problems for the competition.
$10 from CBK. Switch.
Of course, though, that doesn't negate the fact that Sonic has a very loose board. There is a lot of space coming up. They are in good
Lot
seedings,
of fireballs,
good tidings.
various places to set up. There was many people in the bracket which Sonic and Nim was playing against. I believe they played against Tombo.
Oh, wait, hang on. We've been looking at it backwards, haven't we? Because they're looking at the opposite side, yes, from our perspective. So that is unfortunate, yes. Sonic did not take the first spell. That is very unfortunate, but it doesn't mean it's
But
over.
it is a best of 3. There is
Best of
always
3.
opportunities to come back. As you can see at the top, it lists the spill count. That is how many trash is being sent at the opposing player. If they set up combos where the the way this works is the fireballs will then pop all of the bubbles of the same appropriate color. If you set them up in such a way that after a set of bubbles have finished popping, the resulting physics as it kind of settles results in another set of fireballs causing to pop. That will cause a chain. The more chain, the larger the amount of spill that's going to be being sent over to their opponents.
Yes, looks like there's a lot of spill that's just been sent over indeed. But I do want to highlight that Sonic is playing it cool as a cucumber and has been for the past few hours. I've seen a lot of preparation work going in from that side of the screen.
Yeah, the top right bracket where Sonic and him worked up from, there was a lot of practice been going on between the players on that side. We saw some great names like Jack of Hearts, we
Yes,
saw
indeed.
Grizz Bear.
Another highly ranked seed who was taken out, yes.
But Sonic has been fighting their way through this whole thing so far and has been causing some great results, some great upsets. So we're super excited to see what they're able to manage from
It's
this.
getting kind of close there, but don't you worry, because I am sure Sonic has this in the bag. It's just a matter of time. There are some good combos going. That's a 3-chain right there.
All very exciting stuff. I'd be curious to see what kind of chains we're able to get from the players this time around. I believe the current highest chain I've seen so far, that award goes to Broken Hyperlink, who managed a 6-chain
Wow.
during their match.
That is
So
impressive.
let's see if we can get anything similar here. We saw
Oh,
the rainbow
that is a
one
lovely clear.
on almost full board clear.
There we go. We have leveled up 1-1. I knew Sonic had it in the
Sonic
bag.
and him taking it back to a 1-1.
It's all to play for. This is for the marbles. See, because they're round or the kind of marble-like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay, good. Start a play here. Looks like Sonic is favoring a bit of a wider approach. Quite a good strategy, would you say?
Yeah, I feel so. You want to be spending the first few parts of the round kind of setting up your board so that you're able to land as many combos as you can. Both players do get, I believe, the same bubbles throughout.
Okay, so it's
they'll
all
be
a strategy
reaching at
game.
different stages, and it'll slowly be randomizing throughout as they receive the junk from the opposing player.
I was
So
going
we'll
to
be
ask
seeing
if
both from there.
the spills are also
I'm
synchronized.
pretty sure
but-
they're random.
Yeah, they've
I'll
been
be
looking
honest,
at-
I'm not sure. For those who aren't aware, this was a game that was only ever distributed as part of the demo discs included with PlayStation Magazine. So this is something a few people have a fair bit of nostalgia for. If you kind of grew up in that era, had those magazines, had a few of
yes.
those discs.
The old computer shoppers. Ah, yes. Still seeing a very nice and tight formation. A lot of those blues. We're hoping to see that bomb come through that fireball rather than bomb, come through quite quickly here.
Exactly. I feel like we're only a matter of time until
nice
we
chain.
see some really good combos with multiple fireballs going off.
Yeah, there is plenty of that going, and that's going to do some real damage to Nico.
Oh,
There
Sonic
it goes.
and him coming in with a 2-chain here.
That is gorgeous. Lovely clear board.
Mate,
Huge.
yes.
And that's our first semi-final match.
GG,
Goes
guys.
to
Congratulations,
Sonic and
GG.
Nim. Well done.
All right, let's get our next pair of runners up here. Sharp as you like.
Next up, we have Double Double.
Whoop whoop. And let's make some noise for King Europe. Now, these runners also have had some really fascinating runs through. King Europe faced off against Synthcat on a resurrection match, which I did not expect to see. The previous runner sacrificed their spot and allowed King Europe to take on the perhaps slightly less prepared Synthcat. So we will see if it was a fluke or if they took the experienced hand out by their own power.
Exactly. I've been talking to both these players throughout the day. I understand King Europe's had a bit of experience with this game before, being one of the few people who had seen it prior to the event. So we're going to be really excited what's going to be able to happen from that. I'm not sure if they clarified exactly timescale. There's a good chance that when they say that, they meant about 20 years ago.
Well, it seems to be that their strategy is working out quite well. They did get hit with a big chain there, but they were keeping the board nice and clear. And I imagine that digging through this stockpile is not going to be any bother at all.
Double came up through an amazing bracket involving some great names. We had the aforementioned Broken Hyperlink, who managed that 6 combo.
Yeah, that was
We
a
got
strong
past
competition as well.
Viper,
Viper, who was also seeded.
second seed. And there is lots of opportunities for some really exciting events during this, including already a
Oh.
3-chain.
A 3-chain that has buried
That
actually that
is-
large section over on the right side of your
Caused
screen.
some significant damage.
There's another 2-chain to send it back. Not as much damage perhaps as hoped, but there is a bit of excavation here from Europe that is going to get access to that big green segment soon enough. And hopefully a fireball comes along soon. There it is, it's exposed. It's only a matter of time now. Will it come in time? Oh, just one too late. The fireball came with the opportunity, was locked away. Meanwhile, on the other side of the screen, Double Double is doing a pretty good job of keeping things clear, but there's not many big sections in that board. The yellow's there, a little bit larger, but a fireball there. We've got a chain. Oh,
But Double Double's got the rainbow.
not quite it. There we are.
That's going to clear all
That's
the
gonna
bubbles of that
clear-
colors, setting up for 3 chains.
Was hoping for the green maybe on that one.
Oh, and that
There
looks
it
like
is,
that's
that's
got
game
round
one.
1.
Goes to King Europe. Let's see if we get the equalizer or if this will be our first wash of the big leagues here on stream. Yes, of course, this has all been going on in the background so far, so it's pretty exciting to have this up on the broadcast.
Exactly, that's one thing to shout out. Events like these, of course, you all at home have been really enjoying these runs. There've been a lot of great marathon runs so far. However, there's also a lot of atmosphere that goes on at these kind of events. We have been loving the additional space through by for some casual games, some board games, and that's the kind of space we've also been able to run this tournament so far.
Can we start
Yeah.
a bias on somebody? Chaos from Camo in a Box, $10. Thank you so much.
All right, let's get some bias going. And to be fair, I've been wanting for a while to say King Europe. Just kind of has this. I've seen the preparation going into this. Yeah, you heard me.
Pressure.
Yeah, I'm going to say it because I
$10 from
really.
Lucky Emmy, more bias.
Oh, thank God I was lying out my ass. Yes, this is all Double Double's match to take, I would have to say, because look at that board. Let's go indeed. The edges of that board almost back to the base of the board. Meanwhile, the opposite screen, there's just so much clutter, and I'm not seeing many big chains. There's maybe a couple of blobs of blue and yellow, but
Double
nothing
Double, of
quite
course,
like
being
it.
an extremely experienced gamer. I
Oh,
cannot
yes.
even begin to list the amount of games that they've run over the years, and that's just not being me trying to get away with not remembering any of the names of them.
Yes, of course. We do have a cheat sheet, but I refuse to take it out because it's funnier if he doesn't know. Double is doing pretty good. There are some nice large sections, a nice big chunk of green going out there, and a chain on top. That's possibly decisive for this part of the match. There's a lot of red there, a lot of blue still.
Looking
There's
awfully
our
dangerous,
fireball.
But there's 3 chains.
Is it enough? Oh, just slightly below that bar. There we are. 1 level too shallow. The rainbow. Oh, that's not what we want to see. Oh, that could be
That
a
is a
changer.
huge
3-chain.
clear.
That's the decider.
And the match goes to King Europe.
King Europe indeed taking that one.
King Europe, you can stay there, and we will get our final finalist.
It's the finals, ladies and gentlemen.
We have Sonic and M versus King Europe.
All right.
Best of luck to you both.
We're going to be seeing Bobo v Chump. Let's get into this. I'm excited. I am absolutely thrilled. Starting off, quite similar strategies, going for that left side. Looks like Sonic here is going to be taking a more methodical approach, going a bit slower on the drops.
There's a lot of decisions that you kind of need to be making in terms of how
Yeah.
quickly you want to be playing, how long you want to be considering your moves for. But of course, then you want to be going faster than your opponent's throwing
Yeah,
pieces,
absolutely.
so that you can start to get ahead, send that more garbage, work your way closer to that rainbow for that huge clear.
Yes, absolutely. Sonic's got a nice big block of red over there. Meanwhile, it looks like Europe is going to get that yellow. We'll see who gets the fireball first. It is the red being cleared for Sonic. And that means that actually, Europe got a good clear and managed to get the board basically empty by the time that chain came through. So it almost did nothing, honestly. That is impressive.
Oh, it's looking relatively neck and neck at the moment.
Relatively, we are seeing a bit of build-up on the side of Sonic here. That big chunk of yellow is tantalizing, though. If that Ooh, if a fireball can dig into that area and expose that yellow, that could change quite a lot.
Yeah, Sonic's side has a fair more number of bubbles, but that could be a huge opportunity for a combo coming up.
Yeah, we've seen it happen, of course. Meanwhile, keeping nice and flat on the side of Europe, I do like to see that. We're not seeing too many groups of colors. We're seeing a weird group of fireballs there.
We've had $10 from Nakiemi, who just says commentators bias against one another's opinions. So
Well,
we're going to be one
yeah.
biased against for one and one biased for the other.
Well, you've caused controversy there. But finally, I can let loose that I don't like this man.
Oh, I'm just glad we feel the same.
Wow, there's a big chain coming in for Sonic there. Not Sonic. Yes, for Sonic.
Yeah,
In
you
benefit
go
of
for-
Sonic.
yeah,
Yes.
go for you.
It's good for Sonic, bad for Europe. It's
Europe's-
confusing that they're swapped in our perspective,
Well-
but there we are.
A lot which they're building up for near the bottom of the screen, but that could still be a huge opportunity for combos.
Yeah, I'm
depending
liking
on
that big blue
what
section.
fireballs are upcoming.
Although that said, you know, that's the nice big blue I was hoping
And
for.
for
We
a
got a bit of a
huge
chain.
combo
See if this
there.
comes in good. Oh, 1 bar too shallow to actually end it for Sonic. Let's
Both
see
are
if this
in the
comes in.
very high pressure zone here.
This is absolutely, they are as neck and neck as it is possible to get. That is a tantalizing big chain of yellow down the middle for Europe. Oh! Not able to clear it yet. See if the fireball comes through for it. Meanwhile, Sonic quickly running out of space. Just barely able to keep on top of this. But if this can go for too much longer, that's it! What a turnaround right at the end. You
Nice.
love to see it.
Into round 2, though, there's
That's only
always
our first
opportunities to bring this back. We've seen so far.
That is-
So let's see how our players take this into round 2.
yes, we're going for another slightly divergent start on left and right. Sonic taking the advantage of the blues there to get a nice early stack. Meanwhile, Europe is not much coherence between the bubbles. Once again, I'm seeing Sonic setting up that bar of yellows, getting a nice clear on the blue and a chain out of it. There's some nice cohesion. That yellow being built up.
Oh, there's some nice early combos.
Ooh, a
3
3
chains.
And a 2 chain right after. 3
Oh,
chain
very
right back from
exciting.
Sonic.
The sending the spill to the opponent could be a boon for them depending on
Aye,
how
aye.
it lands.
Yes, indeed. There is a lot of luck to the chains, as previously mentioned, but it can work in your favor. Sometimes a good chain can give you the perfect amount of damage to deal right back.
And sometimes the perfect chain can result in the match.
Oh, yes. We've certainly seen that throughout the weekend. We're getting into the midfield area now. It's hard to call it. These are absolutely balanced matches, I have to say. There's a tantalizing field of red. There's a perfect pocket right there for Europe to go for.
Exactly. Both players have a variety of chains of bubbles. Only need a few fireballs to be able to clear those out, but will they go for them straight away, or will they use them to set up the combos?
Hey, there's that nice little clear that I was looking for. That's a 2 chain. A 2 chain right back, however, from Sonic. And another 2 chain on top. That said,
King Europe developing a nice valley to start
oh yes.
developing their board a bit further.
Yeah, getting that green section in there could be important later. There's a nice chunky yellow as well. Ooh, coming in close though.
And we've got the rainbows coming up on King Europe.
That's
For a
absolutely
huge
enormous.
clear.
Yeah, there it is. We're 1-1. This could not be any closer.
This is the final round of the Super Bub Contest tournament.
Let's hear some noise as we get down this board.
Good luck to both runners.
Good luck indeed.
We've got some excitement in the room. There is a buzz.
It's abound and it's lovely to hear it. People getting so excited for this game that I guarantee 98% at least have never heard of.
There is, I've seen a bit of a tradition when these VODs have been uploaded to YouTube. They will get very few views. They don't get much watch time, but they'll get like 6 comments from people saying, "Oh my gosh, I played that, and it will have made their day."
There'll be 6 comments of that, and then one person who goes, "That's what's been living rent-free in my head for years now." There's a lot of fireballs on the side of Europe there. They could go into some meaty chains later on in this round. Meanwhile, it seems Sonic is clearing them, but keeping a pretty level board, so alternate strategies, see how it plays out. There's a 2-chain from Sonic there, so that seems to be an advantage. Locking away a couple of Europe's fireballs.
Seeing Europe having several fireballs set up for possible chains in the future. We'll need to see if they're able to develop their board on there.
Absolutely. There's also a few fireballs down the middle of Sonic's board, but I don't think they're in as helpful a position. That said, they did just get a 2-chain, and that has really beefed up the board now for Europe. He's now midfield.
Europe getting the 3-chain.
3-chain. This will be an equalizer to some degree. In fact, yeah, it's pretty well neck and neck still. Not quite a chain on the side of Europe there, but a very nice setup regardless.
Both players having a fairly developed board by this point of the game.
Absolutely. There is now strategy.
Still could be anyone's game.
This could change in a heartbeat. We're getting down to the half board now pretty consistently, so until those rainbows come up, I see them on Sonic's side. Where to put them, where to put them. Oh, that is enormous. 3-chain and a 3-chain right back, but on a big board
each
and
other
a pretty
out.
empty one. Impressive amounts of fireballs, by the way. We've got...
And then King Europe also getting their rainbow.
Yeah, slightly less clear on that, but still getting a
3 more
3-chain.
chains.
So that's going to go right in and build up the board. But there is an alarming amount of fireballs on Sonic's side right now.
Exactly. There is still a huge amount of potential with that board. We'll just need to see if they're able to develop on it in the time they've got left.
Oh, that's a lovely chain coming in there. 2-chain on this side of Sonic. More fireballs as the board goes on.
4
chain.
chains.
That's the most we've seen in live. 2-chain right back. We're at the end of the board now.
Both players are very much in the pressure zone here.
One away.
Any decision could make this.
It is probably danger. There it is.
There we have
Well
it.
done.
Sonic Adam runs out of space. Ladies and gentlemen,
our winner,
our champion.
King Europe.
Stand up and give us a bow.
And of course, it has been tradition for prizes over the years.
Oh, aye.
Our previous winners include Mibs, who received a copy of Brian Lara's Cricket 2006 for the Xbox 360.
Highly sought after prizes we've got
Heavily
here.
used from CEX.
Oh, yes.
However,
oh, yes.
We have been kind enough to have received some wonderful prizes from Infinity Gene, who's experienced with this game before. We would like to present...
Here we are.
the Super Bub Trophy for the winner.
And to the counter.
And we
There we
have
are.
a other one for second place. We also have additional participant ones. So for everyone who has taken part in Super Bub over the weekend, please come find me just after this. We have some little participant awards as well. So thank you all for taking part in this absolute madness
It's been a
over
delight.
this weekend. Sorry, I forgot there was a camera there for a moment. I've been talking to the crowd. But thank you so much for entertaining this absolute madness over this weekend. This has been an absolute blast, and hopefully we will see you all again sometime soon.
With more Super Bub contests. Yes, thank you very much. And you know what? I actually kind of like you now.
Me too.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's hear it for the Super Bowl contest. Massive well done to King Europe, to everybody else who participated in the contest, and also massive shout out to the amazing CDRomatron Mike for organising the contest, and Prosec for the amazingly biased commentary. Thank you so much indeed, and your donations for making that happen. Thank you so much indeed. Okay, we are going away now for a short break, but when we come back, we have the finale of UKSG Blue 2024, and, well, you can't wait for it, really. It is going to be the fantastic Joshimus, going to be showing us some Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but remember, we do have that incentive. $558 at the $750 to see those extra races, Lego Island and Crash Team Racing. We've got to have that. Who wants more, Josh? Who wants more UKSG? Get those donations in. We will be back after this.